Hi, I'm Carl Lucchi with Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay, where we interview the best businesses and the best business people in the Tampa Bay area. Today, we're going to be interviewing William McKissock, and he has a business where he's an expense reduction specialist, and they use the Schooley Mitchell system. So good morning, William. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, you bet. I'm glad to have you. So before we get into your business, tell me a little bit about you. I can tell right away you're not from Kentucky.
Yeah, most people think I'm from Texas, but I'm actually from the southwest of Scotland. So I guess you could say I'm a southerner. But from the southwest of Scotland, I began my career working in local government and central government in Scotland as an economic development officer. Helping businesses and helping projects and that kind of thing. The theme, the word help, comes into that a lot. And when we came to this country with my wife and my two kids in 2011, we got green cards. My wife got a job, that got us the green cards, and I decided to do something different. So I started a floor cleaning company, cleaning tile and grout. I wanted to be the next huge entrepreneur in that industry. Well, I can tell you it was a tough industry. So I kind of switched gears after a few years to doing franchise consulting. And the point of telling you this part is because this is what led me towards Schooley Mitchell. So while I was doing franchise consulting, I discovered this wonderful franchise called Schooley Mitchell that really tied back to my career in economic development back in Scotland, because we're helping businesses, we're genuinely helping people get forward in the world. This is a different flavor from pure economic development, but it's certainly part of one of the cogs in the wheels of economic development by helping businesses reduce their expenses. So it really resonated with me. And that's how I came to be as a franchisee with this system. And at home, I've got a wife, two kids and a dog. I'm a sports soccer playing guy. I love watching and playing sports. And most people will say I'm a fun guy to be around. Some people just think I'm crazy.
Join the crowd. No different here. So explain to me, I mean, Schooley Mitchell, I first time I've heard about them. So what is Schooley Mitchell and exactly what do they do?
Schooley Mitchell is, as I said, we're a franchise. We're North America's largest independent expense reduction consulting company. So what we do is we go into businesses and we audit their costs in 5 specific areas: telecom, credit card processing, shipping, waste, and e-signature. An important point here is that we don't sell any of those services. We don't get kickbacks from the companies by bringing clients to the vendors of those services. We only represent the client in a pure consulting basis, looking to find ways to find efficiencies and find savings at the same time. And one of the coolest things about what we do is we do this audit, which we spend about 6 weeks on average producing an audit report individually for each one of those services, however the business's needs are. And we don't charge any fees for doing that audit. The client will pay us in installments, not a lump sum, in installments, if we find savings and if they accept our recommendations. If they don't accept our recommendations, they don't have to pay us. It's a really cool model that we do the work up front. And it's a genuine win for the business, because if they're in the right place at the right time, paying the right amount of money, our reporting, our system will confirm that. But over 95% of the time, we find savings. And that's why we're able to do this as a large franchise system, because there's lots and lots of money being left on the table, and it's our job to find that for our clients.
Right. So how large is Schooley Mitchell? I mean, do they have like a team of people that do this?
Yeah, Schooley Mitchell is a franchise, as I said. The company's headquartered in Stratford, Ontario. It's about an hour and a half west of Toronto, to the south a little bit. So there's a team of about 90 people there at headquarters who help us. We have teams of analysts in each one of those 5 categories: telecom, credit card processing, shipping, waste, and e-signature. So there's a team of people who do the negotiating and the analytics in each one of those departments. And then there's the usual support you would expect from a franchise system. As well as the headquarters, there's about 100, and at the last count, I think there was about 177 franchise offices across the USA and Canada. Most of them being in the United States. It's a larger system in the USA because obviously it's a bigger market here. But my office is one of those 177 offices. And we all range in different sizes of individual offices, but we all pull together from headquarters to all the franchisees, all our experiences and everything we're learning moving forward. we share everything with one another and bring that to the table for our clients.
Okay. So, I mean, a lot of companies, have probably got in-house people that try to save them money. Why should someone, choose you versus trying to do it themselves in-house?
Yeah, well, one main reason is that if we come in and we lend a hand, a second pair of eyes, and we don't find anything, we'll confirm your team in-house is doing a fantastic job. So there's nothing to lose. There's absolutely no way you can lose out of having us come in and do that. But one of the biggest things that we bring to the table is, as well as being a large organization with great negotiating power, because we've set up like over 23,000 deals. That's the number of clients that we've gone through. That means that we know what the vendors are charging other clients. So no matter how good your company is in-house at doing the negotiating and keeping on top of it, you can never get better than what we're bringing to the table, because we're able to talk to the vendors and speak their language, and we already know what they've charged the guy down the street as opposed to charging our clients. And I can give you one example of that, a real example of one of my clients where the power of us coming on board really helped. We spoke to a client's shipping representative, a UPS rep. The rep didn't want to work with us. He said he'd already gone through this with the client. The client's really busy and doesn't have the time to keep going back and forth. So we said to the UPS rep, we know there's a better deal on the table for our client. You're just not willing to give it to our client. So through negotiating back and forth over about 4 months, we finally got the UPS rep to the table with a better deal for our client, because we knew there was a better deal. And as I say, we get paid in installments. And in the last 12 months, that client has saved $98,000.
Wow. So basically you work with existing vendors that they're using as well.
Yes, and that's important to know, that when we put that report together, we will always show the client, this is where you're spending your money, like replay it back to you, having worked with you to understand your business model. And then we'll always show you in our report, here's the best deal we can negotiate with your incumbent vendor. Here's a better deal with, say, for example, if you're with UPS, here's a really good deal with FedEx you might want to consider. And that's the point. The client remains in control there. They can stay where they are, status quo. They can accept our recommendations, or they can not accept our recommendations. So it's really up to the client if they want to save the money and accept what we're trying to provide for them. So client remains 100% in control the whole time.
Okay, so let me just to sum this up. You're going to do a free audit. You're not going to charge them anything for that.
Yep.
If you can save them money, you're going to bring that back to them and let them know
yep.
that what you can do. So I'm sure everybody's wondering, how do you make your money?
The way we make our money is that we share in those savings. So where we're doing our audit, looking at your billing statements and your contracts, we'll come up with a benchmark of what you're paying, because we look at a minimum of 3 months worth of statements to kind of get a benchmark. This is what you're paying. So whatever we're able to reduce it to, we ask you to pay us 50% of the difference. And that's the point about not being paid a lump sum. We don't say, okay, we've saved you 10 grand a month. Over the next 3 years, you might save X amount, give us 50 grand and we're gone. We ask you to pay us in installments over 12 quarters, where we continually give you a report every 3 months, and looking back at your billing statements every 3 months, being paid in quarterly installments. And we continue to earn our corn, because you have to stay on top of it. You could set up a bunch of savings now, take your eye off the ball, 9 months' time, a year's time, those savings are gone, or the industry has changed where you don't even recognize it. And that's part of our job as well, to keep on top of the changes and all the dynamics within the industries that the clients are spending the money, as well as keep looking at their contracts and their billing statements regularly to make sure there's no mistakes, that everything's being done the way it should be, the way we negotiated for the client. So we continue to work for it. And it means the client can get on with their core business of running whatever it is they do. If they're a doctor, a manufacturer, whatever they want to do, they can concentrate on that, and we'll take care of the other part behind the scenes. So
you're almost like an unpaid employee of the business, that is putting money in their pocket, for just a percentage of the savings.
Yes, because if I came to you and says, Carl, what if I came and worked for you, and my job is I'm going to sit in the office behind you there, and my job is to look for reductions in your costs in certain areas. If I could find you $40,000 a year of savings over the next 3 years, would you pay me a $20,000 a year salary for the next 3 years if I did that?
Yeah,
it's a no-brainer, because you're immediately $20,000 a year up in your bottom line, and that's the point. Sense. We guarantee in our business terms that we will increase your profits by way of equal or better services for less money, or you don't pay us.
All right, I have one more question. Is there a particular size business, or do they have to have X amount of gross income, or how do you target the businesses you work with?
Well, we can work with businesses, as you can say, from small, medium to large. So, I mean, I've got some clients that are really small, like a local dentist, an auto repair shop, a tutoring company. And so it doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter what size your business is. Mm-hmm. I recently brought a client in where they're spending like quite a few $1 million a year in their shipping costs. So the size of the company doesn't matter. It's really, are you getting the best deal, and do you have somebody that's continually to monitor that for you? And as far as getting clients, I do this. I get the word out. I network. We send emails to people. We're always trying to get in front of people to make them understand, or to help them understand that we're a genuine service that wants to help. Yeah, and it definitely sounds like a win-win for everybody.
So, I mean, we had a discussion before that, like, you'll even work with like a doctor's office or a dental office or somebody like that. So they don't have to be a major corporation to save money, right?
No, everybody needs to save money. One of the main reasons, apart from maybe your passion in life to do something, is to make money. And what we're saying is that it's really hard to make money. There's lots of hoops and hurdles you have to go through to earn a profit. What we're saying, in certain areas, we can help you keep more of that profit by the work that we do. So it doesn't matter whether you're a small, medium, or really large manufacturer, or what type of business. We can help you, and we can even help nonprofits as well, because the money they get in is the same. They want to keep as much of it as possible. We can help businesses and nonprofits keep more of that money. However they came about getting that money, we can help them keep a lot more of it.
Well, it sounds like a no-brainer to me. I mean, I don't know why anybody wouldn't contact you at least to get more information. And we've got that information in the banner below. And unless you have anything else to add, William, I really appreciate you being with us today on Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay. And we're going to send this out to, a few thousand people we have on our list, and help get you some more viewings, and hopefully people contact you for more information. But I really want to thank you for allowing us to interview you today.
Thanks for having me on, Carlos. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so if you want to reach William, we've got his information down there below. Or if you know somebody that would like to save some money, please, put them in contact with William. Send them this video, or whatever you want to do, because this is a missed opportunity if somebody's spending money they don't need to spend. So I guess we're going to close it out now. William, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.